Hi all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be focusing on colorful eyeliner to make our eyes pop. So in this current times, in this pandemic, we have to wear masks, or we're encouraged to wear masks for our protection, and others still want to make sure our faces are beat. Do we still say beat? I'm gonna say beat. Beat, looking fabulous, making sure when you step out you looking fine. But after you did all this work, you gotta cover up half your face. Nobody see all that beautiful work you did. Highlight, contour, chisel cheeks, perfect nose and lips. But what they do see is our eyes. So I'm gonna focus on the eyes. You're not seeing things. One of my eyes is done, the other isn't. So this is the look that I'm going to create on this eye. I use some purple hues with a bright orange eyeliner. These colors contrast and complement each other, and they make the eye pop. So when you put on the mask, although they can't see your whole face, they know you know what you're doing, and you still gonna step out looking right. Okay? Okay. So let's get into it. I'm gonna start with my eyebrows. The last video I did, I focused on eyebrows. You know, it's the best quality, but I did my best. I'm growing, y'all. I'm going to just brush them up. Okay. And take my eyebrow pencil from Music Flower. It's that one. I don't know if I probably can't see it too good. I'm going to go under my eyebrow and trace underneath and following the natural outline of my eyebrow. I'm not going all the way to the front, just like 3/4 in, up and down. Then I go to the top, same thing, up then down, and the top one reaches the bottom. So now that you have that, you make little thin hairs, make it look like hair, in between the two outlines that you did. I don't do the block, I like shade it all in. I like to have little spaces in between. I like it to look a little more natural. I get my concealer. I use Born This Way in the shade of Chestnut. I dab it on my brush. I use a little eyebrow brush. So same thing, I go about 3/4 in and clean up the lines underneath. Just follow that and bring it down, and then mush it out. For the top, I don't use just the whole concealer. I use a little bit of my foundation plus the concealer, so I don't have that halo effect, so it's more natural on the top. So I use Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade of Nutmeg. I squirt a little bit on the hand, like so, just a little. And then I take my concealer and put it next to it. And then I just take more of my foundation and a little bit of the concealer. And then I outline the top. 3/4 in, up, down, follow that, then brush it away from my brow and then kind of smooth it out, blends away. No halo effect. Now that's done, I take my concealer, because I now have to put a base for my eye to put the eyeshadow on. Just kind of dab it on my eye lid. I don't go all the way to the top, because then I don't want it to spread all the way into my brow. There we go. Pat, 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 pat. I also use Revolution Cut Crease Canvas. I dab that on my eyelid, on the bottom. Same thing, I don't want it to spread all the way up into my eyebrows and it ruins my beautiful brow. It deposits a lot, so a little goes a long way. So I have a nice clean canvas so I could put my eyeshadow on. Boom. Then I'm going to take my changeable fantasy palette. I'm focusing on the colors of purple. I'm going to take my brush from Coastal Scent. Brush is this shape. That's what I put over my, I call it the orbital lip, the space right underneath my brow to fill it in. So I'm going to use this violet colored. It's not named, but it's right here, right next to this kind of hot pink. So that's what I'm going to put under my brow. So dab, dab, dab. And I just kind of pat it there. pat it and fluff, pat it and fluff. And just kind of fill, pat, pat, flat. And I want to try to stay up on that brow because I don't want to take a lot of time having to clean up the bottom space because I'm putting other colors on the lower lid. So I'm trying not to go lower than that. So once I fill that in, pat, 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 and swish, swish, swish to my satisfaction. I mean, you can build it brighter if you want. So then I'm going for my fluffy brush. Bush? What's a bush? Fluffy brush, looking like this, to put color in between my crease. For this, I'm gonna go like a shade darker than the violet, which is the one right next to it here. Dab that in there. And I'm going to start at the outer corner of my eye, like right in that crease. Poke it in there, but don't poke your eye out. That's not cool. And I just kind of dab it in there, and then kind of swish back and forth in between my crease area. Pick up more of that and stab myself right there. Boom. And just kind of work in there, and then spread it out across the crease. It's subtle, but it's there. Trying to build. So, you know, build. All right. Now, I think traditionally it's 3 colors. You got the color on your upper, underneath your brow, then the crease color, then your lid color. And you have to make sure it blends seamlessly. But, I mean, there's other ways you can do it as well, of course. All right, so for my upper lid color, I'm going to go with, there's a lot of fallout on this thing, with this purpley shimmery color right here. So I'm using this brush. It's a flat brush, but it's square. I think traditionally people use a flat brush, but it's kind of rounded to put color here. But I like the square one because I feel like I have more control when I come down to the line, my eye line, and just, I don't know, it just feels better to me for some reason. I do what I want. Okay, so I'm gonna get that color, put it on my brush. Traditionally, you would put a little concealer to make it like a cut crease so it could be seen more. That's why I try to keep it clean, so like when time comes down to here, like there's no color there, so it still has the concealer and everything, so it'll be easier to put the color on. But I'll put a little more. I'll just put a little, not a lot. I'm gonna dab like the tip of my eyelid and open my eyes real wide, and it'll leave a mark how high that I should put the last color. I open my eyes, I see where my boundary is, and I just kind of tap the concealer there. I don't put it across my whole lid, I just put it about halfway through. So I just kind of pat it, and that's the concealer. Just so that color, that last color, when I put it on, it will pop more. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. It depends if I'm in a rush. If I'm in a rush, that's why I try to keep things clean. Boom, 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 and I'm out the door. Now that I put the concealer, I'm gonna put that color in that concealer. I'm just gonna cover it up with the color that I chose. Okay, and then I'm just gonna pat it on. And then I just kind of go a little bit over, just so it's not a stark line, but the main focus is right in the main focus is inside of the eye. And pat until you are content. Okay, all right, good. So with that done, I'm going to go back to my crease color, stab myself again right in that corner of the outer eye. Smash, 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 swish, swish, swish. And now I'm going to swish on the second half of my lid, my upper lid. That's why I didn't go all the way over, because I like to see a little smoky on the outer corners. Sweep, sweep, and then across. I hope you guys see what I'm doing. And then right there. and then sweep. I want most of the product to be on the outside, so that's why I just kind of fill it there, and then sweep the residue inside. And with that done, I like to put black eyeshadow because I just do. I use this brush from Ducare. It's like really a stabbing brush. All right, so I'm gonna take black from the palette, dab myself in the other eye, but I'm just gonna dab. I'm dabbing, not just dabbing, dab, 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 dab. And I use my finger. I have no shame in my game. Sometimes it's easier to blend. Keep your wipes close hand so you can keep them clean. Stab and just kind of brush, and then have your finger brush across your lid on the outer half and the corner, and just like that. And then you kind of brush it up to elongate the eye. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. Now, to clean up this mess on the outside. When I clean up lines, I like to use concealer that's more closer to my color. So, I mean, you could use your foundation to clean it up, or a concealer that's closer to your color. I just use a concealer that's closer to my color, so I'm using Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. Oh, in the color Elve Dark 175N. Make a straight line from the corner of my eye towards my eyebrow. But I don't touch the eyebrow, just the tip of the eyebrow, just like that. And just like when I do my eyebrows, and I just kind of, and I bring it down and then clean it up. And there we go. And then I take my eyeliner, line stiletto. All right, like I was saying, follow the line you cleaned up, straight down. Make a nice wing and go onto your lash line. I guess make it as thick as you want it. All right, so boom. Okay, so here is the eye. And now for that pop of color. Make you stand out from across the room. When you walk into the room, everyone has their mask on. Everyone will notice your eyes. They'll say, eyes are beautiful. And you're gonna say, thank you. So we're gonna use Handayan matte liquid liner. They come in a whole bunch of colors, guys. I'm gonna use orange because purple and orange, like a cool color and a warm color, they're contrasty, they make each other pop. What I'm going to do is just basically trace on top of the black liner. Let me show you the actual bottle. When you open it, the brush is pretty thin. So we're just gonna follow our wing, but like on top of it. And don't worry if you make a mistake. It's just makeup. It ain't permanent. You can fix it. I'm going to start on the outer wing. So just follow that line. See, I have to be quiet to do it. Just like you gotta concentrate. I think of the other eye, it's more winged out, more like a swoop. But you know, our eyes aren't symmetrical. Can't always expect our makeup to be also, so. But hey, nobody's staring like that. I mean, unless they're weird or something. I made a little boo-boo. I crossed into the black liner. So to fix that, just get the black liner. But this one dries, it dries matte. So you gotta move quick before it completely dries if you made a mistake. And yeah, I think that ain't bad. That ain't bad. Like you want to try to make it get to a point. See, it's already like dry. This dries so quick. It's good and bad. Good because it dries quick, so it won't smear all over the place. But bad if you got a shaky hand and then you're like, dang it, it's dried down. I gotta do it over. But like I said, if you make a mistake, it's fine. You could always fix it. So with that, I'm gonna take my gel liner. So it's Maybelline Lasting Drama Waterproof Gel Liner. So I usually just, I don't know, people just go right on that thing, but it's a habit. It's probably not good because you're pulling on your skin and stretching it out, and especially I'm getting older, I shouldn't be stretching my skin. But it's a habit that it's hard to break. So I stretch my eye down and then color on the liner on my waterline all the way in. Then, to make it a little even more smoked out, I'm going to go back into the black in the Fantasy palette. I'm using this brush, this shaped brush. This is also from Ducare, and that's what I use to smoke out my under eye, or sometimes in the corner. I don't use that big dookie brush, they call it. Technical names. So I take the black and then I just go right underneath my eye. I go right into the corner and just kind of meld it with the eyeliner. Look. Just kind of, you know, back and forth with the black under your eye. And I don't go all the way to the corner with that smoke because you have the eyeliner there. That's enough. I just kind of keep it to like the middle to the outer corner, and you just smoke it out. Yeah. You could leave it like that or try to clean it up a little bit so you can have like nice straight lines, or keep it fluffy. Me, I'm a little obsessed with the straight lines, so I'm going back to my concealer. Just the shape I want, just kind of winged out. So from here, going straight up, meeting the orange liner, and brush it out. Brush it out. Boom, boom. And that's that. Yeah. A highlight, just a dab. I'll blend that bad boy in. There we have it. I also want to put a little color because when you put the mask on, you see your eyes and a little bit right up on the sides. I'm using Mocha Mami from Fenty. It's a bronzer, but like it's so rich, I use it sometimes as like a blush. So I just kind of put it up in that area that I know that will be seen. Okay, yeah. Now you're going to put on your Bad Gal Bang mascara. Well, that's what I'm using. You don't have to put that on, but whatever mascara you like to make your eyes, your eyelashes look like you got some eyelashes, put that bad boy on. You know, go from the base and shimmy your way up. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. And yeah, and that's about it, I believe. So what do you guys think? You think this pops? Would you rock it? Purple and orange, or violet and orange? Let's test it out. What do you guys think? Move it in. Move it in. Yay? Nay? So, yeah. Here we have it. You know, let me know what you guys think. Is it something you would try? Like, there's so many different colors. There's green, orange, blue, pink, purple, brown. Like, there's so much colors. Like, you could put a different color every day. Have fun with it. You want to stand out? I think these colorful eyeliners is the way to do it. I hope you liked this tutorial. Please subscribe, like, make a comment. Thank you for watching me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.